Let's talk about it.
Learned the language of evangelical racial reconciliation. And in a nutshell, as long as it was individual and interpersonal reconciliation you were talking
Right.
about, no
Yep.
problem. Because it doesn't mess with power. It doesn't mess with money.
Right.
It doesn't mess with the structure of the house itself. What it deals with is pulpit swaps, racial reconciliation Sunday.
Performances.
It's not that it was completely insincere. It was
Right.
just incomplete. All these things are good. Developing relationships across racial and ethnic lines, getting to know other people who are different. All of those things are good. They're just not sufficient. And so what was missing? As long as I talked about, all the ground is level at the foot of the cross, red or yellow, black or white, all are equal in God's sight, all those kinds of tropes.
Yep.
When you start talking about systemic and institutional
That's
racism,
right. Yeah.
now you become the divisive one, the leftist,
Right.
liberal, critical race theory, social
Yep.
justice, Marxist.
Amen to almost everything he's saying. That has been my experience as well. One of my mentors, Dr. Bruce Fields, I pulled him aside and just tried to vent to him. And he said, "Manny, close the door." He said, the closer you get to the center of evangelicalism, the further away you have to get from being a black man. He said he had students in his class question whether he was even qualified to be teaching at a seminary. And there would be white professors in the room seeing that happen, and they would remain silent about the racism that he was experiencing. It's because of experiences like that that I'm not very optimistic about multi-ethnic churches, multicultural churches, because quite often there's this undercurrent of white supremacy that no one wants to talk about. And whenever you address it, you're the one who's the problem, you're the one who's divisive. And there's so many of these guys who remain silent about racism and injustice, silent about the mistreatment of black people, silent about the oppression of the poor, just silent. What does righteousness have to do with justice? In the Bible, justice and righteousness often travel together. Those who have been made righteous live out that faith, live out that righteousness. It's taking care of the least, the last, the lost, and the left out. Salvation, of course, is the priority, but spilling out of that salvation should be light and love and justice and fairness in the public square, in businesses and in institutions and in schools and in governments. I'm praying that God raises up people who believe in the whole gospel and not a gospel with a hole in it. I'm your friend, Dr. Manny Scott. Thank you for watching.